Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ganja Vacations Conversations. The idea of these conversations is, of course, to showcase some of the people and some of the very interesting properties and experiences that we feature on the Ganja Vacations platform. Today, we are speaking with Maura Watson, who owns and operates this Cove, one of the really classy upscale properties on our platform. So, Mara, welcome and many thanks for doing this.
Thank you, Norman. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, as I said earlier, Ivy's Cove is one of the more upscale properties on our platform. I've never been there, but from what I see and from what I've read about it, it's a beautiful, modern, sort of intimate property in the
Yes.
small fishing village of White House on Jamaica's southwest coast. Described by some, I've seen it a couple of places, as the best boutique resort in Jamaica. Now, how would you
Thank you.
describe Ivy's Cove and the kind of experiences that you offer there?
Ivy's Cove was built about 5 years ago, and it took me about 5 years to build it, but it's a very modern quadplex. So a quadplex is four two-bedroom units. So we have a total of 8 bedrooms. We have two penthouses above and two below, and we're right on a beautiful private beachfront on the Caribbean Sea. We're kind of a cove, so when we have the heavy storms, we're not affected, and it's very shallow. And you see even stingrays, we see dolphins, you see the pelicans jump in to catch the fish. It's got an energy there like no other. And beside us is two empty lots. So for the weddings, we've had weddings over 100, they bring in a tent. So we have a
Mhm.
lot of beautiful landscaping and that white sand and the seashells. Even the fishermen come right up to our beach and sell fresh lobster and snapper. And
Mhm.
we're very close to the town, so you have that nature experience, you have that modern experience, and you have that real authentic Jamaican experience. So that's why a lot of the brides and grooms love it. A lot of our clients are repeats. It's a different from the all inclusives.
Right. Now, are you striving to establish to deliver a particular kind of vibe?
Yeah, we are definitely cannabis friendly, and I myself enjoy marijuana. It grows very well in the southwestern part. We and a lot of the weed they have now is not just bush weed. We have the Kush and the more stronger strains. Jamaica has become much more accepting of marijuana, and it's been decriminalized. So we
Right.
do offer that to our guests. And with this new package we're doing with you, we do offer the cannabis included in the wedding packages. So we offer the edibles, the gummies, the dryer. It's
Right.
want, we can tailor it to the couple.
Most foreigners will know about, say, North Americans. They will know about the major tourist towns like Negril and in the west, or Montego Bay and Ocho Rios on the north. But not that many people know about the southwest coast. Can you talk about the vacation experience on that side of the island and how it might differ from some of the more popular and better known resort areas?
Yes, we're less touristy. So a lot of the guests love that you get that real Jamaican feel. Even on our property, you can pick a fresh mango or you can pick an avocado or the ackee. We have become a little more popular. We have a Sandals South Coast, which is only about
Okay.
2 miles from Ivy's Cove. And what's great about White House, we're very close to a lot of the very cool attractions. We have the Pelican Bar, which is about 20 minutes away. That's the famous bar that's on a reef in the middle of the sea. Floyd, and he's one of our favorite customers. He stays at Ivy's frequently. We have the Black River Safari, where they go out in the boat and they see the birds and the crocodiles. We're not far from YS Falls, which is natural waterfalls, another tourist attraction. We're not too far from the Appleton Rum Tour. We're about
Mhm.
an hour from the grill, so if they want to do the touristy Rick's Cafe, that's easy. We also have a lot of drivers in the area to make it comfortable. And then a lot of our guests will hire a private chef and they'll
Mhm.
cook amazing food, and it's less expensive than going out to dinner to have the private chef, and they pay for the groceries and the chef.
Mhm.
Really quite an experience that everything is taken care of right there at Ivy's Cove. We also have clear kayaks, and we have nice beach chairs, and we have a big, huge guango tree that provides beautiful shade so you don't get sunburnt. There are parts of the beach you can get the full exposure if you want, but White House is really an up and coming area. They say
Mhm.
we're sophisticated South Coast. A lot of
Mhm.
million-dollar villas are coming up. Raheem Sterling, the famous soccer player, has a property there. Some of the
Mhm.
famous artists have come to Ivy's to stay and to also do music videos. We've done a lot of weddings. We have about 3 of them on the books for December. We just had 2 last month, and we've had weddings as small as 10 up to like 120, so it varies. And to
Mhm.
sleep, we can sleep at least 24 because we have the 8 bedrooms. So a lot of people love it, and it's much more affordable than some weddings in America. And then when you get married at a destination, you make it more than just one day. You have the family there for a long
Mhm.
weekend or a week, and you really get to enjoy the family and make it a joyous wedding that has, the rehearsal dinner and the after brunch. Everything at one location makes it quite convenient and
Mhm.
comfortable for the bride and groom and the family. And
Mhm.
from the airport, we're only about an hour and 15 minutes. About an hour and
Okay.
15.
A lot of the stuff that I've read about the Southwest Coast talks about its focus on, I think, what is called community tourism. Yeah,
Yes,
what
you
what
made a
does that
lot of,
actually?
yeah, where you're bringing the locals in. So that's what we have at
Okay.
our property. We have a gardener, we have housekeepers. The chefs are all locals. You'll see some neighborhood children maybe out swimming or fishing. You'll see the fishermen do. What we say is when you bring in tourism like this, everybody wins, and we help the community grow. And it's a really nice community in Jamaica, in White House. I've been lucky. I've been living here for 17 years, originally from Boston, and the Jamaican people are just warm and friendly, and that's what my love of Jamaica. The people are really amazing, and you have that reggae music. We can even get a private band to come in or a DJ. Just they're full of vibes. Jamaica is full of vibes. It's really a beautiful country and beautiful people.
Now, how did you personally get involved with Jamaica?
I was married to a Jamaican for over 20 years. We lived in
Okay.
Boston and we had a travel agency, and I used to do a lot of
Okay.
destination weddings myself. I've been coming to Jamaica since
Okay.
1985 when I was 21. So I know you can
Okay.
do the math. I turned 60 this year, but I have always had a love affair with Jamaica. I've traveled a lot all over the world. I've been to every Caribbean island, and
Mhm.
Jamaica definitely is my favorite. And now I live here and I sell real estate, and I built Ivy's Cove, and we also are building another one around the corner. It's going to be called Ivy's on the Bluff, and that's going to be a very luxurious 7 bedroom with a recording
Mhm.
studio.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Jamaica is really on the upswing, and in real estate, I see a lot of growth, a lot of investment coming in. We're not third world country anymore. We're a developing country. Really is a beautiful island. I encourage everybody to come visit.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about your approach to cannabis. We describe you, and the fact that you're on our platform means that you're what we call a weed-friendly property. What
Yes.
does that mean for you? What do you allow? What can guests do or not do?
We allow guests to smoke on property. We prefer
Mhm.
if they smoke out on the veranda, but we have big verandas. But they can smoke inside. You know what I found with cannabis? It doesn't stink like cigarette smoke. It may
Mhm.
smell. You may have that smell at first, but it goes away, so it doesn't ruin your drapes and things like that. And cannabis is just it's plentiful in Jamaica, and it's really it's a lot of people before would say, "I always thought it was legal in Jamaica," but
Yeah, we get that all the
recently
time.
the
Yeah.
the government has decriminalized it, but it
Mm.
is a very, cannabis has been grown for years in Jamaica, and I'm so glad that farmers are able to make money and it's legal once you have your license and your distribution, and it's really, really gone to a different level. So, cannabis is a great product. It's a natural herb. I love it. I enjoy it
Mm.
personally to relax after a long day, like you're having a rum and coke. Definitely, we are a resort. I know some people don't allow it, but Ivy's definitely welcomes cannabis.
So I imagine that the cannabis that people can get there is what I'd call unlicensed weed because you're probably about what, an hour or so from the nearest dispensary in the grill.
Well, actually, they have one in Sauve Lamar, which is only a half
Okay.
an hour away. And there's a
Okay.
local lady that sells vegetables. I think she sells it, the weed, but she's not really licensed, but you can
Mhm.
buy it right next door. So, and in small quantities, the government doesn't mind, they don't trouble them.
Yes, we know that, but people ask about that all the time. We tell them that cannabis is abundant, that unlicensed cannabis is abundant and good, most of it organic and safe, and there's no risk really of getting arrested. But some people still feel a little queasy about that.
Right. In the maybe 10 years ago, they were very strict about it. But the police, I mean, they've seen me with marijuana in my car when I get pulled over and it's not an issue. As long as they know you're not distributing it and you don't have pounds
Well,
of it. So as a tourist smoking weed, you're okay. You're okay but some hotels don't allow it, but places like Ivy's Cove and other properties that you work with do allow it. So I just suggest to your viewers and your customers, just pick a place that is cannabis friendly and you'll be very
mm,
welcome and feel free to smoke openly and it's not taboo anymore.
okay. Great. So, my last point is there's some people who are coming and who are looking to do activities like they're active people, hiking, scuba diving, that sort of thing. How available are those kinds of activities from
Very,
Ibis
very
Cove?
available. Yeah, very available. I have a lot of local tour operators. I have local drivers. They can even do cannabis tours of a local farm and see how it's
Okay.
grown. A lot of my cannabis clients enjoy doing that, going up in the hills and seeing how it's grown and sampling some of the product. And then we also have Sandals, which has island routes, so you can even go on their catamaran. They allow people from the outside to book the tours. And then a lot of times I suggest to people get a driver instead of going on one of those scheduled tours. It's more intimate and you have more flexibility of stopping along the side of the road and buying marijuana or getting a fresh coconut. So I have a
Hmm.
lot of reputable people I would turn your clients onto that they would feel comfortable with.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I've exhausted all the questions I had, unless you have some more things about Ibis Cove you want to tell us about.
Yeah, my pleasure. Well, I suggest you guys come to Jamaica if you want a different, non-all-inclusive experience, an upscale villa. Our prices are very reasonable. The wedding was like $7,000 for 3 nights. And that can sleep over 20 people, and that includes a venue. So, for what it costs in America, I mean, you're better off coming to Jamaica and you have a way better experience. So, I encourage you to look at Norman's packages and come to Ivy's, and you'll have the time of your life. So, thank you,
All right.
Norman.
Well, thank you very much as well. And
Okay.
thank you very much for doing this. And I'll be in touch.